And joining us now is Republican Congresswoman Stephanie Bice of Oklahoma, one of the lawmakers who helped Speaker McCarthy avoid a government shutdown this past weekend. Congresswoman, thanks very much to you. I don't know if you heard a Democratic Congressman Mike Quigley, saying that from his perspective, they just cannot trust Speaker McCarthy, and they're not going to help him get out of this bind. What does that mean for his speakership?
Well, certainly this is a gift to Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is not interested in making sure that we can continue to govern. He has suggested that he wanted to see the appropriations process move forward, but in fact, he's actually thwarting that by putting a motion to vacate on the floor. And, you know, let me be clear, Andrea, this isn't about Kevin McCarthy. This is squarely on Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz wants to wreak havoc and chaos within the Republican Party, and he's doing just that. And unfortunately, the American people are pawns in his narcissistic game of charades.
And do you think that you could rally enough Republicans, including some Republicans, you know, from Biden swing districts, to go with you? Or, I mean, I think, what is it, the number 5 Republicans? If you lose 5 Republicans, he's lost the speakership, if the Democrats hang together?
We have a very slim majority. It's a 4-seat majority currently. We think that there are as many as 7 members of the Republican conference that are not interested in supporting the speaker moving forward, which really throws the House into chaos. You know, we want to work on the appropriations process. We've been doing that. But it's disingenuous for Matt Gaetz to stand before the press and say that he wants to continue to change things in Washington when we tried that. We put a conservative continuing resolution on the floor on Friday that continued to fund our defense, cut spending for non-defense agencies by 30%, and it fully funded our Border Patrol agents and protected them and put border security initiatives in place. And yet he voted no. He and 20 other Republicans voted with every single Democrat to not continue to not fund government. So he doesn't want to pay his service members, which he proclaims he wants to support because he represents a district with many servicemen and women in it. He doesn't want to protect our Border Patrol agents who are fighting tooth and nail against this administration's lack of securing our southern border. What is he for?
So is there someone, let's just say that those 7 vote against him and the Democrats don't rally to his defense. Is there another Republican as a backup? What's plan B?
No, we are going to continue to stick with Kevin McCarthy. I was in a conference meeting this morning where, 95% of the Republican conference supports Kevin McCarthy. If you look at his track record, he has continued to push conservative policies forward that have been passed by the House. H.R. 1, which is, energy policy, H.R. 2, border security, Fiscal Responsibility Act, which caps spending and cuts spending from the FY23 numbers. These are all wins. And I would also just, argue, what has the Senate done? We've been passing what we believe are bills that affect the American people, and the Senate really has been sitting on their hands looking at judicial nominations and not looking at what's in the best interest of the American people.
Congresswoman Stephanie Bice of Oklahoma, thank you very much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.